Welcome back, Train Sim World, and yeah, we are in a class 66 and we are rescuing an HST. Yep, we've got to rescue it. That wasn't a sight that you would see much really, very reliable trains. But this is, yes, it's a pleasing moment with my up and down experience with Train Sim World, because this was, you were never able to complete this in Train Sim World 2 because it always bugged out. It had a killer bug in there that prevented you from doing it. But this is running within Train Sim World 3 and I'm really pleased that it works. And also give them credit for one thing: your stats, the tracks you've done, the collector bubbles, they all seem to have come across. So yeah, so far so good, although it's a bit shit that they expect you to pay for it, which I don't agree with. I'm not sure that's changed, but yeah, I mean, I'm playing Train Sim World 3 on Game Pass, so we'll see what happens on that. So yep, we'll open this and we've got to attach this, I think it's called a drawbar, is it? I'm a bit reluctant. I don't want to get down on the track bed in case I can't get back up, because I'm getting on a bit. I watched a documentary, funnily enough, like a training video from the early 1980s, and it was about this. It was about the procedure that you needed to follow to tow HST. It's quite interesting, really. That bar weighs a ton. It really is heavy. Well, I assumed it was heavy. Well, the way the guy was struggling to connect it. So, I don't know what you do. I take it there's also, it's not in the game, but I take it there's jumper cables and all kinds of other things that need to be connected on this. So we're going to roll up. We're going to roll up to this HST, take it nice and easy. We don't want any drama. So looking forward to completing some of the more stubborn sections of number 2 that were buggy and you couldn't complete them. So hopefully I'll get them completed on number 3 and get the necessary achievements. And I just love the fact that the collector bubbles have come across from the previous game. That's important, that, so you don't have to start again. And some of those they are in some weird places, and often that can be part of the challenge, just as a little diversion, a bit like every other game like that, really. So it's gonna, all right, so we shut that cab down, make sure we shut the door. We go back up here. Oh, give me that train map. We take a collector bubble any day. I think, were these Mark 4? Are they Mark 4 carriages or 3? I remember being on one of the very first HSTs as a kid. My God, was it smooth. I just recall not really realising the train had begun to pull out of Paddington Station. Incredible, incredibly smooth. So we've got to do some gubbings up in the cab here, I suppose, to get it prepared for us to tow it. Yep. Come on. Yep, I think that's the one I want. That should be us done. So yeah, I mean, so far I've had no problems with number 3. I mean, I've stayed away from it for quite a few months because I was so annoyed. Just so annoyed because, I mean, luckily that fear hasn't been realised, that they were just going to turn their back on number 2 and all the DLC and all the problems. But you've been able to export, or import I should say, all your DLC into number 3, where they need to stop pissing about now. They don't need a game after this. They have to make number 3 now the central hub for everything. Yeah, so you correct a problem, you correct that problem across a variety of train packs, routes, whatever it is. You know, concentrate on number 3 now. That's your core game, and work out from there and sort out any future problems. Don't just release yet another, you know, overly patched game and then call it a sequel. Right, so I think that's us. And do you know what? We forgot the Praktika 35mm, of course. We've got no picture for the album. I've just realised that. Yeah, we need to get a picture of the HST coupled up. Come on, surely I don't forget that. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Come on. I could swear I got back out of the cab. Just let everything charge up. It does take a long time to charge this one. I like the Class 66. Now I liked the 59 as well. Were they Canadian? I want to say they were Canadian engines, but I can't remember. But yeah. Ah, okay. We are going to get that snapshot, even though we're cheating because it's a camera. That'll do us. That'll do us. Poor HST. But guys, take care of yourselves, and yeah, I'll just relocate this camera so I've got my head out the correct window, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.